Tanner Hudson sat in frustration, banging his head lightly against the metal locker at M&T Bank Stadium, a fitting image for the Cincinnati Bengals after another heartbreaking one-possession loss. With their playoff hopes hanging in the balance, the Bengals fell 35-34 to the Baltimore Ravens in a game that will make their climb to the postseason even more difficult. As quarterback Joe Burrow said, "This one has been frustrating." The Bengals were just 2 yards away from tying the game at 35, but Burrow's high pass on the two-point conversion attempt with 42 seconds remaining sailed over Hudson's reach. What would have been a dramatic game winner turned into another agonizing near miss. Earlier in the game, the Bengals had led 21-7, and it seemed like they might have the edge over one of the AFC's elite teams. Marr Chase turned in a historic performance with 11 catches, 264 yards, and 3 touchdowns, while Burrow threw for 428 yards and 4 touchdowns. However, the defense couldn't hold onto the momentum from the first half. After the Bengals' offense struggled in the second half, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens scored 4 consecutive touchdowns to close the game. A fumble by running back Chase Brown, which set up a short field for the Ravens to make it 21-14, was a pivotal moment in the game. Head coach Zac Taylor had been aggressive all night, including attempting a 4th and goal early in the game that resulted in a defensive holding penalty on Ravens cornerback Brandon Stephens. The Bengals were 2 for 4 on 4th downs, but missed opportunities, intense shots to Jermaine Burton, and left points on the field. "We've got to find a way to close out these games," Taylor said after the loss. "We had our opportunity. We got down there, went for 2, and it didn't work out for us." At 4-6, the Bengals now face a more challenging road ahead. Burrow acknowledged the difficulty of their situation. "We're a 4-6 football team right now. It will certainly be an uphill battle to get back into this thing. I like the guys we have in the locker room. I like the coaches we have." Despite the loss, Burrow and Chase have been playing at an elite level, but the rest of the team still needs to capitalize on those performances. "Yeah, it's crazy to say that," Chase said. "I would never in a million years expect me to play this well and, Burrow, to play this well and still have a record like this." The Bengals have shown they can compete with the best, losing 3 games by a combined 5 points to top teams like the Chiefs and Ravens. However, those moral victories don't help much as they struggle to stay relevant in the playoff race. "We've got a good football team. Our record doesn't yet show that," Taylor said. "There's still time. This team is going to hang in there. We are going to be there at the end." Next up for the Bengals is a primetime matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. While they've been unable to close out games in 2024, the Bengals hope that with Burrow and Chase continuing to lead, they can turn things around and stay in the playoff hunt. The remaining schedule includes games against division rivals and other AFC playoff contenders, so the pressure is on. "We've got to make plays down the stretch," Burrow said, reflecting on the team's inability to finish games. "In past years, we've hit those opportunities. This year, we haven't." With the Bengals at 4-6, the coming weeks will be critical for their playoff hopes. But with Burrow and Chase playing at an elite level, Cincinnati still has a chance, if they can just find a way to close out those tight games.